Okay. So you said, where do we meet?
We met at game night when your church decided to provide an evening of games and food for the homeless in the area.
Yeah.
And
I think you told me I was crazy. I'm pretty sure one night I asked if we could have a meeting afterwards and if everybody could sit down and talk because we didn't have a real high attendance.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
our attendance was starting to go down, and I wanted some ideas.
You wanted suggestions on what
Yeah, what can we do?
And I don't know what you said, and I was like, no.
You pulled me aside. You're like, I hate to tell you, but it's really nothing about you. We just aren't gonna come and stay late because we have stuff to worry about. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember you telling me. And but you know what you shared with me was
I remember your main concern was the fact that people weren't staying for the games.
Yeah, they were coming and getting food.
They were eating and leaving.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not going to change, Jamie.
Okay, but you know what? I think I recall playing lots of games with you since then.
We did play lots.
Something changed.
You were the pit queen and I was the spades king.
Yeah. And then you kind of like abandoned me and you went to the
I started playing spades.
Spades and even dominoes, right?
I didn't play too much dominoes.
Not the dominoes, more the spades. Yeah.
Dolly played dominoes a lot, and Jean.
Yeah. So, but what you shared with me though, I remember you were talking about why they just eat and leave. And like you said, that it wasn't really about that they didn't want to hang out. It was more about like you have stuff to protect. Like, you know, when you're homeless and you have your stuff set up somewhere, there's this constant fear that somebody can come and they plunder it and steal it.
No matter what I tried to do during the day, I could never get out of the back of my head that my stuff was unprotected somewhere.
Yeah.
And wondering who could be one, because there was no way you couldn't sit back there and watch it all day.
Right.
You know, you can't just sit back there and watch it all day. And I've come home and found everything gone. I came home one day and found somebody just lit my stuff on fire. And I came home and everything I owned was just a pile of ashes.
Yeah. I remember one time my son had found this box that he wanted to give you. It was this metal box and it had a little lock on it.
Oh, I remember that. That box was awesome.
Yeah, and
that was a great box.
Because you were all excited that you could put your stuff in it and lock it up.
Yeah, that was a great box.
But somebody stole it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody come and steal it even though it was locked? Like you had your toiletries and stuff.
Well, it got thrown out when they bulldozed.
Oh, the city came and bulldozed
when they bulldozed, they threw it out.
His area where he was living in, the city had come and they just bulldozed the whole thing where he had, you know, a collection of his stuff. Even though it was kind of in a secluded area, right? And
but it was still someone else's property.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, well, this is Isaac. And he, you know, grew up loving theater and got his bachelor's degree in theater. And, you know, sadly, life just, it's the struggle.
Knocks.
The struggle, yeah.
It's
the school of hard knocks.
Life
yeah.
For us.
The struggle with alcoholism, it's kind of made life difficult. But, you know, right now you're sober. And so you go to AA meetings.
And NA meetings.
Okay. And are you still like I don't know, didn't you have some responsibilities over there before?
I was the coffee person, but not anymore.
I thought more than that. I thought you were like a secretary or something.
I was a secretary, but the positions are only for 2 years and they have to revolve.
Yeah.
The positions rotate because they want to give other people a chance to do service work. But I did serve as secretary for a group for 2 years.
Yeah, and you go often, and you've been very, very committed to AA before. I mean, I know like you were going all the time.
Yeah.
So, what is it you had mentioned that like in order to stay sober, what do you know that helps you the most?
The thing that helps me the most is helping somebody else. Helping somebody else stay sober is the best way to stay sober because it takes you out of your head, takes you out of your worries, takes you out of thinking about something besides yourself. The best way to stay sober is to think about helping somebody else, what you can do for somebody else.
Yeah.
Passing it on. They have a saying in AA that we keep what we